This scary compilation is from a TikTok user named Josh Robillard, has been sharing videos of unexplained activity in his home since 2021. Over the years, he's documented everything from disembodied voices to objects mysteriously moving on their own. Strangely, rather than fading over time, the unsettling events appear to be growing more frequent.
Yeah, I definitely heard something down here. Banging or something.
The doll moved.
In one instance, after hearing loud banging, Josh went to investigate. Inside the room, Exploring with Angelo is a well-known YouTuber who regularly ventures into abandoned and haunted spots all over the globe, often with terrifying outcomes, just as you'd expect. In this particular video, released on July 10th, 2024, Angelo chooses a dark, unsettling forest to go camping and do a little midnight exploration. And if that isn't creepy enough, he also whips out a Ouija board. You just know nothing good can come of that. Then, at one point, while he's casually showing his viewers around the area, Angelo experiences a downright chilling scare. Brace yourself for this one.
Weird how the spirit talkers. Oh, there we go. Okay, I was gonna check if it was running. That's why I stopped. We got Fred. Who's Fred?
Bernadette.
Bernadette.
Carol.
Carol. Getting a lot of names. Common theme here, apparently. Lots of names.
My family is here.
Whoa, my family is here. Okay. Okay, what the f is that? What is that noise? Hello? What the hell? That was loud. That was definitely not an animal noise. There's no way.
A creepy knocking echoed from somewhere deep in the forest, just after the spirit's EVP app uttered a chilling sentence. Although nothing particularly disturbing happened for a while, an uneasy atmosphere still hung over Angelo like a dark shadow. Then, one day, while huddled in his tent, Angelo heard a sound that sent shivers down his spine.
It literally walked as it walked. It literally sounded as
Stacy.
What the f was that? It literally sounded as
Stacy.
A chilling noise echoes in the darkness, just beyond Angelo's tent. Moments earlier, he had hastily ended his Ouija board session, convinced he heard something creeping closer. He may have been right. Though he tries to continue with his night, an uneasy dread settles over him, making it impossible to truly feel at ease.
Oh my. Okay, what is that? What keeps doing that? We're just gonna set this aside for a moment, because that was a bit much. Alright, so I'm just kind of chilling out for a minute. If you see water on me, I promise you I did not pee on it.
He hears that unnerving sound 2 more times, before he finally gathers his belongings and heads out. Honestly, that was the smartest move he could have made that night. Had he stayed, who knows what horrifying fate might have awaited him in those dark trees. Angelo may have a YouTube channel that explores the world's eeriest places, but I'm willing to bet he'll think twice before ever stepping foot in a forest like this at night again. Following scary video is from The Horror, who has been documenting the haunting in his home since 2023. His entire TikTok profile serves as a stark record of the relentless paranormal activity plaguing him and his family day after day. As these eerie events intensified, he installed cameras around his house, hoping to capture some form of proof. But in a recent incident, things escalated to a point that left him genuinely terrified.
Something bad? Yeah, something wrong. I just took the garbage out. Mom, I'm not gonna make you mad, I promise you. I'll have the holy water for the sake of anything. Okay. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, any entity that is in this house this instant right now, by me reading this Bible, I command everything to leave this house this instant. Whoa! Shit! Whoa! Where you going? In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, I ask you to leave this house right now. I ask you to leave this house now. No! Leave this house now in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Leave it now. I
Moments after stepping into the kitchen, a cross on the wall twisted unnaturally, flipping upside down as though controlled by invisible hands. By reflex, Jorge grabbed his Bible. But as he began reading aloud, the wind chimes rattled aggressively, as if struck by an unseen force. His daughter fled in panic, and almost immediately a container of cleaning wipes was hurled to the floor. In desperation, Jorge raised a crucifix, but it only seemed to provoke whatever presence lurked there. Soon, the refrigerator door flew open on its own. And finally, a chair toppled over, sending Jorge running. Although such episodes are alarmingly common in their household, Jorge and his family find themselves perpetually unnerved by the inexplicable force that continues to torment them. It's the dead of night when a group of friends dare to step inside a long-abandoned hospital. They wouldn't have ventured here alone, but the challenge proved impossible to resist. Something about this place isn't quite right. At first glance, Felix Pon's hospital in Santiago, Chile, appears deserted. No doctors, no patients, just empty corridors and the faint hum of electricity. Oddly, the emergency lights are still on, casting sharp shadows that stretch across the peeling walls. Somehow, their eerie glow only makes the moment more terrifying.
Familia, estamos aquí en el hospital Felipe Borne. Son las... ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es, familia? ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es?
La 1:08.
A 1:08. A 1:08.
Of an eye. But if you look closely, you'll spot what seems like the shadowy outline of a person slipping right behind the group of friends. No one saw it at the time, and they only realized something was off much later, when they watched the footage. Clearly something was there, though it's hard to say exactly what. For a moment you can make out a small figure, yet disturbingly it remains unseen by everyone present. Because of this, they've come to believe that it must be the restless spirit of a patient who still doesn't realize they've died. Ghost or not, whatever was caught on camera remains a haunting mystery. This scary video of our scary compilation list is from a woman named Tracy, works at a mid-size hotel in Pekin, Illinois. Recently, she says several guests have lodged unsettling complaints about one specific room.
Okay, so I'm here at work tonight, and we have workers that come here that work on the railroad. I checked in 5 of them, and the second floor is where they usually go because that's where all the king suites are at. Well, they're all saying, please don't put me in room 205. I'm like, okay, what's wrong with 205? And not one of them would tell me what was wrong with 205. And so, how about me and you, all of us, go up to room 205 and see why no one wants to rent that room.
So, camera in hand, Tracy decides to investigate the mysterious room 205 herself.
Okay, walking up there now. the steps. How's her? It's like really cold in here though. Like really cold. And the air's not even on. I mean, I don't see anything. So maybe we can sit. Yeah, the air and stuff's not on. Maybe sit in the dark. See if we can hear something. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I'm gonna probably lose all my views for my people watching, but okay, let's do this. Oh, God. All right. No, I'm out. I'm out.
She soon discovers why guests feel uneasy there. The air is unnervingly cold, and when she switches off the lights, a faint voice in the darkness seems to whisper, "Hey."
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. All right. No, I'm out. I'm out. Okay. I guess I just got my answer. Oh, my God. Going back to the front.
After receiving multiple requests from viewers, Tracy admits the experience shook her, but she intends to return to room 205 very soon. Will she uncover a simple explanation, or is there something far more disturbing lurking in that darkened space? Steve, a TikTok user, has been recording unsettling encounters with various spirits for years. He frequently posts his chilling findings to TikTok, where he captures eerie voices and bizarre anomalies. According to him, several spirits roam his home, yet one in particular, Tina, seems especially active. After installing a security camera in his bedroom, he woke up one morning to a notification so disturbing, it sent shivers down his spine.
This is really a great capture, and my wife and I are actually asleep on the bed when this happens.
In the dead of night, his dog suddenly leaped off the bed, a behavior Steve insists is extremely unusual. After a brief stretch, the dog froze, its gaze locked on something near the bed. Then, without warning, a disembodied voice echoed through the silence. Steve replayed the footage over and over, convinced he could hear the words, "You're a friend." Late one night, while Steve was sitting on the couch downstairs, the security camera in his living room recorded something unsettling. In the dim hallway, a pale figure appeared out of nowhere. It stayed only for a heartbeat before darting upstairs, vanishing as quickly as it came. Steve stood alone downstairs, stunned and unsure what he had just witnessed. Whatever that thing was, it definitely didn't resemble a person. I respect his courage for continuing to live in that house, despite all these strange occurrences. Personally, I'd be on the next flight out of state before nightfall. Following scary video is from the Reddit user Chosen12803. Recently shared a chilling story detailing a bizarre encounter his sister experienced at a hospital in Panama back in 2020. She was there to see their ailing father, and because it was during a period of strict restrictions, the hospital corridors were nearly deserted, aside from essential staff and immediate family. Even so, she felt a persistent sense of being watched, until something eerie caught her eye at the end of the hall. Some strange pale figure seemed to be peering around the corner. She began recording as she walked straight toward the unsettling shape, determined to see if her eyes were playing tricks on her. However, when she reached the spot, no one was there, only the long, empty hallway and a few pieces of medical equipment. Later, upon reviewing the footage, she realized she had inadvertently captured a faint, inexplicable moan, almost like that of a small child. Still, the unease wouldn't leave her. Feeling that the corridor itself was somehow off, she kept recording. At one point, she sensed something gently tugging at her hair. Her hair moved slightly, and maybe a draft could be to blame, but that might not be what demands attention here. Did you catch it? If you look closely, just behind her in the vacant corridor, that same tall white form seems to be watching from afar once again. This time, she had no idea it was even there. According to Chosen 12803, his sister only learned about the figure after he examined her footage and pointed out that it hadn't left her side. So, what do you think? A mere illusion or something far stranger lurking in the hospital's silent halls? In 2013, a YouTube user who calls himself ZeroFox uploaded a quick video meant to show off the different vision modes on the Xbox One Kinect. But what started as a simple recording in his bedroom took a terrifying turn. The footage he captured may very well be chilling proof of something paranormal lurking in the dark. As he cycled through the camera modes, an eerie presence suddenly materialized behind him. The moment the view shifted to black and white, a towering, shadowy figure appeared on the right side of the screen. It stood there, unsettlingly still, only to dash away the instant ZeroFox turned its way, almost as if it knew it had been caught. Some viewers were quick to dismiss it as two different shots spliced together. However, ZeroFox later posted a response to clear up any doubts.
I uploaded a video a while ago showing the different vision modes that the Xbox One Kinect can do, and a lot of people said it was edited because when I switched the vision modes, I changed position and my t-shirt changes to a completely different one. I've explained loads of times that this is exactly what happens with the Xbox One Kinect, and it changes aspect ratio. But I figured I might as well go one better and show you guys live. So let me just switch on the Kinect now, and like anyone with an Xbox One Kinect can do this themselves and see exactly what I'm talking about. See, I've got another webcam apart from the Xbox Kinect to show that it's all legit and stuff. You just go down to this, anyone with a Kinect can do this, and I'm still here. I haven't transported to any different alternate universes. Stuff changes position because it changes aspect ratio. See, that's crazy, isn't it?
Fox swore he never tampered with the original footage, insisting that every frame was untouched. But if that's true, then what horrifying presence was lurking just behind him? This scary video is from the YouTube channel Gank Guapai, uploaded a series of unsettling clips filmed at a playground that local residents insist is haunted. They claim the area changed forever after a tragic accident years ago, when 4 children were playing on the swings and one suffered a fatal neck injury. Ever since, people say they hear a child sobbing late at night, and some claim to have seen a lone child's figure at play. Intrigued by these eerie reports, the 2 investigators set out to explore the exact spot where the cries are said to echo through the darkness.
ตอนนี้พี่โอจะทำการเริ่มพิธีกรรมสื่อสารกับน้องนะครับโดยการใช้ธูปและเทียนเนี่ยเอาสายสิญจน์เนี่ยพันนะแล้วก็พันที่มือพี่โอจุดแล้วก็ทำการสื่อสารว่าน้องเขารู้ตัวไหมว่าน้องเขาเฮ้ยแต่2 ไฟนี้มีใครจะทำอะไรเปล่าเฮ้ยในกล้องเห็นไหม
They arrive at the scene and find one of the swings moving on its own, even though there seems to be no wind. Convinced something is amiss, they decide to conduct a ritual in hopes of communicating with whatever presence might linger there.
พิธีกรรมนี่คือต้องใช้สายสิญจน์พันเทียนใช่ไหมพันเทียนแล้วก็ถูกหมาหอนด้วยมันแก๊งๆนะหมาหอนด้วยหมาหอนด้วยดูดิทำเลยกูขนลุกดูไปตะกี้นี่กูว่าแม่งพอตอนนี้ปุ๊บแม่งหมาหอนเลยอ่ะหมาแม่งหอนเลยอ่ะดูอ่ะหมาหอนเลยอ่ะไม่ดีอะนะเนี่ยไม่ตะกี้ก่อนนั้นตอนนั้นตะกี้นี่ยังไม่มีหมาหอนถูกไหมใช่ยังเงียบกิ๊บยังเงียบกิ๊บอยู่เลยไม่ใช่ทุกเสียงหมาหยุดไปแล้วเสียงหมาหายแล้วเสียงหมาหายแล้วก็ยุดเลยหรือว่าน้องก็ไปแล้ววะเขารู้ว่าเรากลัวหรือเปล่าว่าเสียงหมาเงียบเลยเทียนเอามาทำการตั้งกล้องเดี๋ยวจุดเทียนก็ได้พี่จะลองปิดไฟทั้งหมดแล้วลองเป็นเทียนไฟพระเทียนอย่างเดียว
As soon as they begin, nearby dogs start barking non-stop, only to fall silent the moment a candle is lit. The investigators turn off every light except for the candle's flickering glow, determined to maintain the ritual and learn more about this elusive spirit. Without warning, the candle flame dies out, plunging the playground into unsettling quiet. Disturbed by the sudden darkness, the investigators decide it's safer to leave. Later, when they review their footage, they discover something they hadn't noticed during filming. So, is this playground truly home to a restless spirit? Or is there a more ordinary explanation for these bizarre events? Take a look and let us know if you spot anything we missed.
Chiang mang má bỏn Ôi, Piat!
The following video was recorded inside a lonely, crumbling house, deep in rural Portugal, by social media user Casa de Jojo. Legend has it, the place once belonged to a man who passed away not too long ago, and folks say his spirit still drifts through the halls. While Jojo is recording a video of the eerie rooms for her viewers, she captures something on camera that leaves everyone feeling deeply unsettled.
Então, gente, eu vim aqui, ó, Tá bem escuro. Tiraram a cama daqui já. Não consigo nem filmar direito porque tá escuro. Mas alguém pediu pra mim poder filmar de novo aqui, esse local. Ai, até embaçou, credo. Mas já tiraram a cama, ela tá tirando as coisas daqui, tá vendo, ó? Já não tem quase nada. Deixa eu ver se eu consigo colocar o flash aqui. Aí, pronto, agora eu consigo colocar o flash, ó. Tiraram, ó. Não tem mais nada. Ó. Mas pediram pra eu poder vir aqui e fazer um outro vídeo. Só que eu não achei o comentário da pessoa que pediu. Que a pessoa falou que o lugar está carregado. Eu vim aqui agora, foi o horário que deu pra mim vir. Então...
Did you see it? A face is lurking there, just behind the door. At first, Jojo had no idea anything was there. She only realized it after her sharp-eyed viewers pointed it out to her later. She has no explanation for it, except for a lingering suspicion that it might be connected to the ghost people claim to see roaming around that old, abandoned house.
Gente, então, esse lugar é bem sinistro mesmo. E uma coisa aconteceu, mas só que não foi aqui, foi na rua. Meu filho tava brincando de bola na rua ali, onde a gente mora, e eu entrei pra poder pegar uma garrafa de água. E quando eu saí, ele falou assim: ô mãe, você não falou que o moço que fica ali atrás morreu? Eu falei: morreu, porque meu filho via ele passar às vezes, né? Aí ele: mas então quem que é o moço que passou aqui? Eu falei: passou aonde? Aí, tipo assim, ficou uma coisa estranha, porque ele cismou que viu o moço e eu não vi ninguém na rua, entendeu? Nossa rua é sem saída. Não tinha como alguém ter ido pra algum canto, né? E aí ficou essa questão. Meu Deus, eu também fiquei, na hora fiquei tremida, mas eu fingi pra ele que ele tinha confundido, pra ele não ficar com medo, né, gente? Mas isso aqui realmente é bem sinistro, não sei, um lugar talvez pesado, né?
Jojo can't shake the feeling that something dark is stirring inside this house, and her viewers are left on edge, unsure of what to believe. But there's one thing they all agree on. Whatever Jojo caught on camera is downright terrifying. The only question is, who, or what, could it possibly be? This unsettling footage comes from an abandoned house in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, a place so ominous that locals refuse to set foot inside. Many believe a restless spirit roams its corridors, slamming doors throughout the night, emitting eerie shrieks, and even hurling rocks at anyone bold enough to venture in. Despite the grim warnings, investigator Abdullah Al-Ambari decided to explore the property with his camera in hand. Before long, however, his confidence gave way to genuine alarm. Take a look.
أعوذ بالله الشيطان الرجيم. الصوت ده ذكرني عمري 9 سنوات، كنا ساكنين في بيتنا القديم. إذا أنت ورايا أعوذ بكلمات الله التامة من شر ما خلق. هذه الحركة أتذكرها وأنا كنا ساكنين في الدور الأول وكان في الدور الأخير. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامة من شر ما خلق. بسم الله.
It didn't take long for Abdullah to question every decision that led him there. Whatever might be inside those walls, it clearly wasn't shy about making its presence known. Strange happenings began the moment he crossed the threshold.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الخير معروف الجيف اللي تكون في البيت المهجورة تكون طعام للجن كيسات في أحد؟ فكوا الباب. تبغى أطلع لكم؟ أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق.
The further he ventured, the more oppressive the atmosphere became. In one room, he even spotted a ceiling fan spinning at a slow, unsettling pace, an odd sight for a house that's supposedly been deserted for years.
اللهم إنا نعوذ من الخبث والخبث. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامة. بسم الله بسم الله.
At one point, Abdullah firmly kicked a door, possibly as a show of resolve against whatever lurked in the darkness. Did you know that the ceiling fan could be used to create a "he moved away" afterward, seemingly to prove there was no trickery involved? The moment is undeniably chilling.
من قوة الرزة الظاهر الباب تكسر. كم بضيع شرني في الباب. جوة الغرفة في هواء في المكان.
Even as he made his way outside, a booming crash echoed from somewhere deep within the house.
يا جماعة الخير واحد انتبه للعبر. أنا الآن راح أخرج من الموقع. طبعا يا جماعة الخير زي ما انتم شايفين راح أخرج الآن من الموقع. أي ملاحظة أي استفسار اكتب على هاشتاج تويتر المغامرة عبد الله العنبري.
It almost felt like a final warning, as if whatever was inside him was venting its anger at her departure. So, what do you think? Was Abdullah confronted with something truly supernatural, or was there a rational explanation for everything he experienced? On December 14th, 2024, Caesar checked into a notorious hotel, whispered to be cursed. During his stay, he recklessly attempted to reach the other side, by using a mirror as a gateway, and offering his very soul as a conduit. He believed this ritual would let him speak to entities beyond our world, but in doing so, he unleashed a terrible force. Shortly after his attempt, Caesar blacked out, and later came to, covered in his own blood. Now, back at home, he realizes that something sinister has followed him. Unexplainable occurrences haunt his house, and ever since that night in the hotel, his newborn child has been wailing each evening without fail. One night, while Caesar is alone with his sleeping baby, the infant suddenly starts screaming. At that moment, Caesar grabs his phone to record. Watch closely.
Ahorita ya estábamos dormidos y mi bebé empezó a llorar de la nada y se empezaron a escuchar cosas como llantos. ¿Escuchan eso? Es que no me creían que se estaban escuchando cosas en mi casa. Vente, mi amor. Vean, el control está aquí. Yo estaba volteando para cargar a mi bebé porque se están escuchando muchas cosas. Vean, escuchen. Vente, mi amor. ¿Soy yo? ¿Soy yo? Se movió así. ¿Sí alcanzan a escuchar también?
Bangs echo through the house, and the TV switches on by itself. After scouring the halls for any sign of intruders, and coming up empty, he finally settles back into bed with the baby, hoping the worst has passed. But the moment his eyes close, the real horror begins.
Escuchen. Me empezó a llorar. Estoy solo. A ver, voy a ver qué es lo que hay ahora. Espérame, bebé. Espérame, papá. Voy a ver que no haya nadie aquí en la casa. Que se supone que todos salieron de viaje. Hey, hey. Hey, mi bebé está allá. Mi bebé está allá adentro. ¿Qué pasó, mi amor? ¿Qué pasó? Vente, mi amor. Vente, bebé. Ya, mi amor. Ya, mi amor.
The window creaks open on its own, revealing nothing but the silent night outside. He steps onto the porch to check for intruders, only to have the bedroom door suddenly slam shut behind him. A piercing cry from the baby cuts through the darkness. Hard hammering, he rushes back to the door, fumbling to get it open. Just then, a box thuds down the stairs on its own, bouncing from step to step, with no one in sight. Several nights pass with him alone in that unsettling house. At last, his girlfriend comes home from the hospital, offering a moment's relief. But soon after, his sister arrives and stumbles upon a strange package at the doorstep. When they open it, the contents leave them both shaking with dread, more terrified than ever before.
Esto se me hace muy raro. Yo no pedí nada. Se me hace muy raro.
¿Estás seguro?
Yo no pedí nada. Yo de verdad no pedí nada. Mira. Ve. Ve.
Ay, guácala. No. Huele horrible.
Tápalo bien, tápalo bien.
¿Qué es eso?
Siguen escuchando demasiadas cosas, ¿verdad? Mira.
¿Qué es eso? Es que todo viene de otro.
¿Qué hiciste? O sea, ¿y graba, güey?
Eerily, bits of raw flesh lie inside the bag, accompanied by a disturbing jar packed with unspeakable contents. After consulting a specialist, Caesar becomes convinced that witchcraft is involved, and that something hungers for his soul after he so carelessly offered it. Now he's certain he must return to the hotel to undo the otherworldly curse he has unleashed on his home. If he fails, the relentless torment may claim his baby and family. You can learn more about his frightening ordeal by checking out his YouTube channel,